It's the Lynch and Taco Shows. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The highlights and, unfortunately, the lowlights that stood out this past week in the vast sea we call humanity.
It's 101.1 WJRR. Good, the bad, and the ugly. Brought to you by our daily Instagram contest.
If you're not following us on Instagram, start today. They got a good prize going on right there. At 101.1 WJRR on Instagram. Smashing Pumpkins with Jane's Addiction tickets for the JRR Roadshow to Tampa.
All right, I got a lot of bad people. I'm not time to get them all in this week. I had to pare things down a little bit. We'll run through a brief recap and bring some good news your way, and all culminate with the Good News Network headline reading. Oh, yeah, right.
Let me crank that open.
Yeah, you might want to take a look at some point before we throw it to you.
I got her.
Convicted sex offender, guy from Port Orange, has been arrested again and violating his probation. He tried to buy another child. This 85-year-old Helmuth Kolb.
I saw him on the news.
Arrested yesterday for violating his probation after he allegedly offered to buy an 8-year-old girl from her mother at Winn-Dixie in Port Orange.
Okay, again, if you just put the sex offenders on an island and just did my idea, I came up with that over 2 decades ago. This guy would not, reoffend.
Kevin Powell is a Florida man from Walton County who wanted to get rid of his dogs, so he set his home on fire and then left.
Whoa.
Daytona Beach mother is accused of taping children to chairs and a wall after they snuck food without permission.
Mm-hmm. I saw her in court.
Yamani Bain is 30 years old, and then the kid's, grandmother, Frances Chu. It's ironic the name's Chu. We're talking about kids taking food.
Yeah.
Both arrested facing child abuse charges after investigators with the Department of Children and Families alerted police about the taping punishment. According to the investigators, the father of the 3 kids said Bain bound their hands and the whole body of one of the kids with tape before putting them, as he said, in the wall because she was angry that they took a moon pie without permission.
Well, why didn't she stop, or why didn't he stop her, the dad?
He's probably scared of her.
Moon pie is not a treat to mess with, but you don't tape kids up. You get an RC Cola with that moon pie, that is a combo right there.
Oh, boy. You want to talk about a bad start to your marriage? Talk to Paul Tervosky. He is one of 176 individuals arrested in a prostitution sting in Hillsborough County. Paul was there while on his honeymoon.
Oh, God. On your honeymoon, you're already getting a prostitute? Paul, why'd you get married?
Got a bus driver in Minnesota, 49-year-old Paul Bullard, charged with 2 counts of DWI, as they call it in Minnesota. School bus taking a busload of 35 kids to the YMCA summer camp. Drunk.
Man, you can't put those kids' lives at risk. Come on. Get a new occupation.
A man who works as a certified registered nurse, anesthesiologist at Halifax Hospital, accused of sexually assaulting a woman. Victim told officers she was sexually assaulted by her jiu-jitsu coach, Joel Gingery, who also works at Halifax Hospital.
Oh, so he's a jiu-jitsu coach and an anesthesiologist.
Yeah, who works at Halifax. The woman told police Gingery invited her to come hang out at the hospital and that he took her to his on-call room. Then, according to the police report, took a table and placed it in front of the door, barricading it. And the woman claims that is when she was held down and he began the assault, repeatedly begging him to stop.
You know what? I think he goes on the island as well with all the kid touchers.
Got a guy
gotta get to the good news.
62-year-old Brian Rumler of Lake Mary has been charged with aggravated animal cruelty after beating a golden retriever to death with a bat.
A any dog, obviously, you don't beat any dog, but a golden retriever.
It bit him. So, death to the golden retriever via the bat. And then the final scumbag here is this 62-year-old clown named Anthony Petty, who was arrested for allegedly arranging to have sex with a 14-year-old girl and told cops that he was, quote, just trying to celebrate his upcoming birthday.
Put him on the island. Oh, yeah, by the way, we're going to bomb that island after it gets full, and then we'll restock it because the sickos keep coming back.
A couple of good things here, and let me see if I can sabotage your Good News Network with any of these.
No, don't.
See, if you did prep in advance, we could coordinate this.
I got him. What do you need? I'll just tell you, stop.
It doesn't work like that. 17-year-old named Mac Rutherford just landed in Bulgaria, becoming the youngest person to fly solo around the world.
I had that last week. Good News Network. Look at that.
Completed it.
Oh, okay.
He was still in the midst of it last week.
That's the update. Okay.
Yeah. Guy in Pennsylvania had a heart attack this month, rang his neighbor's doorbell because one is a firefighter, the other's a nurse. They ended up doing CPR, and their doorbell camera caught it all on video. He also got a shot of him coming back 2 days later to thank them for saving his life.
That is really cool.
And an Uber driver in New York was taking someone to the airport. When he pulled over, saw two people trying to get out of a burning building. He took care of business.
Right.
Then continued the Uber ride.
Uh-huh. Gotta get your fare.
All right, Mr. Good News Network.
Don't want to lose out on the tip. We have an 8-year-old girl who gets to chat. She got to chat with an orbiting astronaut. Guess how?
On a phone.
Using her dad's ham radio. You know the guys that use the ham radios, the old timers? My next door neighbor does one. And they'd be like, all right, breaker.
Big, tall antenna coming off of his house.
Yeah, totally. I always think lightning, whoa. But no, this 8-year-old got to talk with an astronaut. What's a cosmonaut? Is there a difference?
That's a Russian
one. That's what I thought. Yeah. We have an old guy here who stored rainwater. He's been doing it since 1976.
Boy, but it smells musty.
That's bicentennial year, right?
Moldy.
1776. 1976, he's been saving water.
Bicentennial, yeah.
He has 6,000 liters to get through the drought. That's pretty cool. He's saving water.
I know this is going to come in handy one day.
And I know you're a dog lover, Lynch. All you dog lovers out there. First study shows dogs cry, quote-unquote, happy tears when they're reunited with their owners. So your dog's crying when you're reunited. Just put on that song, Reunited, because we understood.
2 weeks in a row with the Peaches and Herb.
It's a great tune, man. Oldie.
Today is National Dog Day, by the way.
Well, there you go. Your dog's crying when you get home. Archaeologists found, they're happy tears. Archaeologists found a spear that's 1,500 years old. The arrow inside, it was stuck in a glacier this whole time. Archaeologists defrosted it.
That thing was around here somewhere.
Because we're all ruining the world with heat, so it melted, and now we got a spear that's old. And these guys, props to these guys. 6 high school football players combined their strength to rescue an injured woman trapped in a wrecked car. And last but not least, look at this. I know it's Dog Day, but we have a cat story. A hero cat saves its owner, who was having a heart attack. You ready? Didn't have next door neighbors that were paramedics like the guy did. Her cat pounded its little paws on her chest and saved her from a heart attack. Gave her CPR to this chunker. Whoa. That's wild. There's your Good News Network. It's a great story. A cat doing CPR on its owner. Cats usually want you to die so they can eat you.
I was just going to say that still would have been the inane instinct if the cat hadn't got there in time.
He'd have been eaten for a while, too.
Oh, stop it.
Lynch and Taco kick off your workday with a big-ass block of rock.
Every morning at 8 a.m. on